2023 has been an awesome year for music, so we're going to do a tier list of the best pop punk albums of 2023. So let's jump right on into this. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So here we go. Here's our tier list. All these albums that I've featured in here, some of them are actually EPs, or some of them are kind of like compilation single albums, but they're still albums. And a lot of them are albums that I've listened to quite a lot over this past year. They're all pop punk, some maybe a little bit not so pop punk and some more pop. The overall thing is that they are kind of pop punky, right? So just don't come for me, I swear. One album we kind of have to start with if we're talking about pop punk albums of 2023 is the new Blink-182 album. And honestly, I just absolutely love this album. Like, as soon as it came out and I listened to every single one of those tracks, I was like, yeah, Blink are back. They're better than ever. It's so good. Like, that one song that's kind of like Boxcar Racer, can't remember what it's called, Terrified. Yo, it's so good, man. I'm going to put Blink-182's one more time. A tier. I'm going to stick it in A tier, okay? I don't quite think it's S tier. I'll give you my reasons. It's no Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Number two, it's no self-titled Blink-182 album. Next one we got is Knuckle, Losing What We Love. And Knuckle are a cool pop punk band. It's, again, is it pop punk? It's kind of like more on the punk side. It's a little bit heavier. But, you know, it's good. It's got like an aggressiveness to it, but at the same time, it's quite kind of emo. I wouldn't say it's up there for me personally, but I'm going to put it in B. I'm going to stick it in B. All right, next one we got is Fall Out Boy. I used to love Fall Out Boy, right? Fall Out Boy were one of my favorite bands. From Under the Cork Tree, Infinity on High, two of the best albums. But after that, it all just kind of, you know what I mean? Just all went a bit downhill. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't like this album. I was not a fan. I'm gonna put it at D, you know. Just not for me. Next up, so this one's not really an album, it's more of like an EP. So it's Charlotte Sands. And I saw Charlotte Sands when I went to go see My Chemical Romance. She supported them. I thought she was pretty good. And ever since then, I've been listening to her. And this album, or this EP that she's released called Blindspot, some absolute bangers on there, man. I've been listening to it a lot, and it's got like what her kind of vibe is. You know, you kind of got like a pop punkiness, but it's a lot more pop, quite like production heavy, but like it's not, maybe not aggressive, but it's like angsty, you know, which is what you want. So I'm gonna put her at B because I've been enjoying that EP. The next one I've got, I'm pretty sure this is more of like a compilation one of like singles they've created, but it's Magnolia Park. And now Magnolia Park, you might know, is that like TikTok band, that TikTok pop punk band that blew up. And they've been releasing fucking bangers, man. Like, honestly, they did a song with Nothing Nowhere, and I love Nothing Nowhere. And that song they released was just, it was good. And this like EP album thing called Halloween Mixtape 2, it's great. All the songs on there are cool. They've got quite a lot of like features on there as well, and it's just good. They're taking pop punk to kind of like a whole different level, to be quite honest with you, and it's refreshing to see, and I like that. Therefore, they're going in B. Moving on. Movements. Now, Movements. Yo, is it pop punk? It's more like emo, right? But like, you know, it's all there's a grey line somewhere. So Movements are just awesome. That last album that they did, whatever it's called, I can't remember. I'm terrible with names, man. I don't remember any names for nothing. I don't remember nothing. Feel Something. I mean, Feel Something is no good left to give. But Movements, man, they just make some tunes, bruv. They're just making tunes. I like it. It's a good album. I don't think it's as strong as like their last two albums, but it's still good, and it's still Movements, and it's still emo-y. It's a little bit more kind of like, I find it a little bit more indie-ish in a way, which I'm not really too into indie music, but like it's got that kind of vibe, you know. I'm gonna put it a C. Anyway, moving on. Hot Milk. Now I'll go through phases where like I'll listen to Hot Milk. I'm like, yo, this is sick. Oh good. And then other times I'll be like, yo, this is so boring. Unfortunately, this album for me was not the one. There's some cool things in there, and there's some like cool ideas and other stuff, but I don't know what it is. It feels very inauthentic. I don't know why. That's just my own personal opinion, and I find it hard to grasp onto that. Whereas like their earlier stuff, Don't know, for some reason it felt a little bit more interesting. That's not to be said I don't like the songs. I like the songs. I just don't think the album's, I just don't think it's that good. Am I gonna put it in D or C? I'm gonna put it in C. Now this next one, some of you might not know who this band is. It's a band called Pool Kids, and I don't know how I came across them or how I found their music, but honestly, this album is fucking awesome. It's like Midwest emo-y, pop-punky, just like vibes. Just fucking vibes, man. It's just so good. The musicianship in what they're doing just sounds awesome. The guitars sound great. The parts are really cool. The drums are sick. The vocals are great. Like, honestly, everything about it. If you've not checked that out, check out Pool Kids. What's the album called? The album's called Pool Kids. All right, sick. Check them out. Honestly, awesome. It's going in A. That's how much I like this album. Okay, so this next one isn't really pop punk. It's more pop than punk. But they're a band. So it's the band Camino. And I love the band Camino. Honestly, like, their first 2 albums, huge inspiration for me, like just writing songs and playing guitar. This new album, it's just not there. There's 1 or 2 songs which is just great, but once you listen to the album, you're just like, yeah, man, it's all kind of the same, and it's all just very much boring in a way. I don't really know. There's not really anything to like latch yourself onto and be like, yeah, this is the shit. It's an okay album. I'm going to put it in C because I like the band Camino. And there are some really good songs on there. Told You So, fucking banging tune. Huge tune. Big fat bops. Moving on. Spanish love songs. Now let me tell you something. I found this band this year. I didn't know who they were before. I heard of their name, but I never listened to them. Bro, blow me away. Literally. Like, I'm in the wind. I'm a kite right now. I'm flying like a kite because I've been blown away by a bad love song. 10 out of 10. Fucking S tier. I listen to that shit on repeat daily. It's the saddest album you'll ever listen to. It's emo as fuck, but I love it. It's just, I have no way to describe how good this album is. Songwriter's awesome. Everything's awesome. The band's awesome. It's just good. Just good. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. Nothing Nowhere. Now, Nothing Nowhere, you know when you get the Spotify Wrapped every year, it's Nothing Nowhere. He's always at the top every single year. And this album, Void Eternal, yo, he came out swinging, making just some awesome music. Like, this album has no right to be this good. He's an awesome songwriter. He's an awesome musician. There's something about the way he writes songs that just kind of like speaks to me. And I'm just like, yes, I'm there for this. Give me more. Nothing Nowhere. S tier. You got a problem with it? Well, there's nothing you can do because I've put it there now. Meet Me at the Altar. Now, this is kind of another pop-punky TikTok band. They blew up quite a bit on TikTok probably like 2 years ago. And they've been doing bits, man. They've been doing so much awesome stuff. They write some insane guitar riffs. Like, I tried learning one of their songs once. And, yo, I don't have a clue. I was like, this is mental. You need to check them out because good. They're good. This album, good album. It's very much kind of, you know, it's kind of got like an Avril Lavigne kind of vibe to it, but it's a little bit more like in your face, and it's just, it's good. It's really good. Should check it out. I'm going to put it in B. Now, this next one isn't really pop punk, but I had to put it on you because I've listened to this album like a million times. It's Holding Absence. Those boys, they be shelling out fat tunes daily. You know what I mean? Nah, they're good though. The vocalist Lucas, he can sang. Dude can sang. Like sang. Do you know what I mean? He's got some pipes on him. It's a great album. Like, honestly, everything they've put out, I think ever has always been good. I don't think I've ever listened to them and gone, nah, this isn't good. Literally everything they've ever put out is good. And I've listened to this album a lot. It's going in A because it's good. It's real good. The Main. Now, I love The Main. I used to love The Main, and I fell out listening to The Main because I grew up a little bit. But then I found The Main again when they released that album, Sticky. Yo, we listened to that album. That album's great. But this album, this new album, honestly, every song's a banger. it's just good music. Like, you could just put it on and be like, yo, this is good. It's not too heavy. It's not too whiny. It's not too, like, boring. It's just fucking, it's great. Honestly, good album. I've listened to that a shitload as well. It's going in A. You Me at 6. One of my favorite bands of all time. It will always be one of my favorite bands of all time. Those older albums, amazing. It's what got me into music. It's what got me learning guitar and playing. And this album, Truth and Decay, I was just not there. The songs are fine. They're okay, but there's no angst. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words because it's not great. It's not great. I'm gonna have to put it in D. I'm gonna have to. It's just yeah, it's just not there. Hot Mulligan. I don't have to say anymore. That's going in S. Yo, I've listened to Hot Mulligan in the past year probably every day. They're insane. It's so good. The riffs, the songs, the melodies, the catchiness, the like thing he does where his voice breaks. It's just good, man. This is an album that I forgot about. Pierce the Veil, Jaws of Life. I did a little podcasty thing at the beginning of the year. Check that out if you haven't checked that out. I love this album. When this album came out, I listened to it loads. It's great. Like Pierce the Veil, it's Pierce the Veil. It's exactly what you expect from it, but it's a little bit more songy. It's a little bit more poppy. It's good. The Used. I completely forgot about this album, to be honest with you. And that's all I really have to say. D. That's it. Trophy Eyes. Again, is it pop punk? Probably. Ish. It's good though. It's angsty. It's got like, it's a little bit more chill in some places. It's, where do I put it? See, I'll put it in B. Put it in B. All Time Low. I love All Time Low. Again, just like You Me at 6, one of my favorite bands of all time. Like, got me into playing guitar, got me into music, all that kind of stuff. Love them. However, this album, it's fine. It's just fine. C. I'm flying through these now. I'm just kind of, I'm at the end of this. I don't have much to say, to be honest. It's just fine. Like, there's nothing that stands out on that album. Bilmury. Now, if you haven't checked out Bilmury, you should check out Bilmury. Again, is it pop punk? I don't know. It's a little bit more kind of like rocky kind of thing, pop rock. And it's just good. It's just good. The dude can sing. The dude can play guitar. He throws in really random like country riffs with like metal, and then like it's a breakdown, and then there's like a heavy bit, and then a clean. It's crazy. I love it. I completely forgot that this came out this year. Paramore's This Is Why. When it came out, I listened to it a lot and I liked it. And then as the year went on, I forgot about it. And because of that, it's in C. This is, for me, the worst Paramore album. Honestly, it's the worst one. When you compare it to, even when you compare it to the last album, like, that last album was fucking awesome. Origami Angel. Again, another band that just, I have no idea how I found them, but it's crazy. Like, they throw together weird things, like weird guitar riffs that shouldn't be in pop punk, but it is, and it works. It kind of reminds me of like Weezer a little bit, but like better. It's good. Check this album out if you haven't checked it out. It's some next level shit, and you'll be like, yo, I didn't realize I needed this in my life, because that's what happened to me. Waster are cool. I used to like them a few years ago. If you want pop punk, that's where you go for pop punk. And you know, sometimes you want pop punk and you go in there for pop punk, so they're good for that. And you know you're never going to stray too far with them, and you're not going to be surprised. B. Modson. Now, is it pop punk? I'd say it's pop punk. It's kind of this new like Machine Gun Kelly wave of pop punk, I guess. And this album, man, the last album he did, I thought was really cool. I thought it was awesome. Like, a lot of the songs on that album was sick, but this one, God Save the Teen, dude's like 33. That's, first of all, let that sit in. Yeah, it's just not. Do I put it in Sag? Nah, because it's all right. We'll put it in D. Oh no, see, I don't know though. Actually, I kind of need like an in between. I might have to just go in Sag. I'm gonna put it in Sag. Cant Swim are cool. It's a sick name for a band as well. What a great name for a band. I don't know where to put these guys. I'm torn. I thought the album was good. When I listened to the whole album, a lot of it kind of blended into one whole cohesive thing for me, which I guess is kind of what you want for an album. But it's hard to pick out kind of like the standout songs, you know, because it's all just kind of similar. I'm gonna put it in C. No, I'm gonna put it in B because I did listen to it quite a bit at one point. Like, it's probably like a good 3 or 4 weeks where I just had that on repeat. So there you go. So that's my tier list of the pop punk albums of 2023. Obviously, that's not all of the pop punk albums of 2023 because otherwise we'd be here forever. Because there's probably a load more of them that I've missed out. If I have missed any out, let me know down in the comments and let me know if you agree with what I've done here. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you later. Bye.